Okay, what if I told you that everything you can see, every star, every planet, every galaxy, makes up less than 5% of reality? It's kind of mind-blowing, right? Well, the universe is hiding some absolutely enormous secrets. And today, we're going to go on a hunt for the 7 biggest mysteries that have even the world's top scientists just scratching their heads. This quote it nails it. Every single time we think we're getting close, that we've got a complete picture, bam, the universe throws a cosmic curveball that sends us right back to the drawing board. So let's step up to the plate and take a swing at 7 of the biggest ones out there. All right, let's kick things off with what is arguably the biggest mystery of them all, the simple fact that most of the universe just seems to be missing. Yeah, you heard that right. We're talking about a vast, invisible majority that shapes literally everything we see. So it all started when astronomers noticed something that should be, well, impossible. They saw that the stars on the outer edges of galaxies were spinning incredibly fast, like way too fast. So fast that the gravity from all the visible matter, all the stuff we can see, shouldn't be able to hold on. I mean, these galaxies should have just torn themselves apart ages ago. So what's holding them together? Well, the leading theory is a substance called dark matter. The easiest way to think about it is like this cosmic invisible glue. It's providing all that extra gravity needed to keep galaxies from flying apart. But here's the catch. We have no idea what it is. I mean, scientists are hunting for all sorts of exotic particles, things with weird names like WIMPs or axions. But for now, it's just a cosmic ghost we can only see because of the way it pulls on everything around it. But just when you think you've wrapped your head around that, the mystery gets even weirder. See, we always assumed that gravity would be slowing down the expansion of the universe over time, right? Makes sense. But observations show the exact opposite is happening. It's speeding up. Something out there is actively pushing everything apart, and we've given this mysterious force a name: dark energy. So when you put it all together, you get this absolutely staggering picture. Everything we see, everything we know, all the stuff that makes up stars and planets and you and me, it's less than 5% of the entire universe. The other 95% is made of this dark, invisible stuff that we're only just beginning to understand. Okay, so it's one thing for the universe to have all these missing pieces, but what happens when it seems to be actively breaking the rules we thought we understood? Now we're going to look at the times when reality just doesn't line up with our best theories. So we know the universe's expansion is speeding up, right? The problem is, we can't seem to agree on how fast. Our 2 best methods for measuring it give us 2 different answers. This disagreement has a name. It's called the Hubble tension, and believe me, it is a huge headache for cosmologists. Okay, so here's the problem in a nutshell. When we look at the early universe, I'm talking about the light from just after the Big Bang, we can calculate the expansion rate, and we get one number. But then, when we measure the expansion using stars and galaxies that are much closer to us, here in the modern universe, we get a different, faster number. And the thing is, both of these measurements are super precise. They just don't agree. And that can only mean one thing. Something fundamental about our model of the universe is wrong. And it's not just the big picture rules of the entire cosmos that are being questioned. Even something we thought we had figured out, the life cycle of stars, has this huge mystery right at its heart. And it's a simple question. Where do the most massive stars go when they die? You see, the textbook answer is that a massive star ends its life in this spectacular explosion called a supernova. I mean, it's an event so bright it can outshine its entire galaxy. But astronomers have been watching some of these massive stars, and right when they should have gone supernova, they simply vanished. No explosion, no big flash, just gone. The leading idea right now? It's that these stars collapse directly into black holes, skipping the supernova part entirely. Now think about what that means. It implies that some of the universe's most extreme, most violent objects can be born in complete silence. How many black holes have formed this way without us ever even noticing? It's a deeply eerie thought. All right, now for another fundamental rule our universe seems to be breaking. There's this idea called the cosmological principle, and basically it just says that on the very largest scales, matter should be spread out pretty evenly. The universe should look roughly the same no matter where you are. Yeah, but that's not what we see. Instead, astronomers have found these absolutely colossal structures, like something called the Giant Arc. It's a string of galaxies that stretches over 3 billion light years. I mean, these things are so massive that, according to our models, they shouldn't have had enough time to form since the Big Bang. They're challenging the very foundation of how we think the universe evolved. Okay, for our final section, we're going to zoom in on some of the most powerful and flat-out perplexing events happening out there in the cosmos. We're talking about mysterious signals and powerful particles that are arriving from the deepest parts of space. So let's talk about something called fast radio bursts, or FRBs for short. These things are one of the hottest mysteries in astronomy right now. They are unbelievably bright, incredibly powerful flashes of radio waves that last for just 1,000th of a second. But just how powerful are they? Get this. In a single millisecond, one of these bursts can release as much energy as our sun produces over several days. That means some kind of cosmic event out there is unleashing unimaginable power in literally less time than it takes you to blink. But here's the puzzle. They are completely unpredictable. They just flash into existence and then they disappear. Now, some have been seen to repeat from the same spot in the sky, but a lot of them are just one-off events. And while we've traced a few back to some pretty extreme objects, the cause of the vast majority, it's still a total mystery. And finally, did you know our planet is under constant bombardment? Not by aliens, don't worry, but by something called cosmic rays. These are high-energy particles, mostly protons and atomic nuclei, that have been accelerated to nearly the speed of light as they travel across the cosmos. Now, for most of them, we have a pretty good idea where they come from, things like supernovae. But the most energetic ones, the particles with energies millions of times greater than anything we can achieve in our most powerful particle accelerators right here on Earth, those are a complete puzzle. We just don't know their origin. So what this means is that there are natural engines out there in the cosmos that are accelerating particles with a power that just completely dwarfs anything humanity has ever built. And we just don't know what these incredible cosmic accelerators are or how they even work. And you know, that's what's so incredible about studying space. From these invisible forces that govern entire galaxies to stars that literally vanish into the night. Every new discovery seems to just reveal how many more jaw-dropping secrets the universe is still holding on to. Because ultimately, these aren't just minor little puzzles to be solved. Each one of these represents a potential crack in the very foundations of physics as we know it. So are these just gaps in our knowledge that, we'll eventually fill in? Or are they clues pointing the way to a completely new and maybe far stranger reality than we have ever imagined? The answer is out there, waiting.